Okay, so I'm currently live, and we are ready to start today's class. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody here hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So let's get started. Give me a second. So today I'm going to be doing less moving around because I want us to actually watch my screen and build stuff. But before we get started, I want to ask a few questions. If you're in the class today, yeah, if you're in the class yesterday rather, how many of you were able to generate your Solana accounts? Or if you already had, how many were able to generate? How many were in the class yesterday? Yeah, I know both of you were there. Who else? If this is your first time coming, please raise your hand. Like you are new in this class. Oh, so those people are not in the class. Oh, your first day or first time. Okay. So um today's going to be a bit more pragmatic. So we're going to be doing a lot more practical stuff today. Where's my cursor? It's supposed to go through now. Or is it that side? Oh, okay. So today's going to be a lot more practical, and we're going to be doing we're going to be building a vault. Uh, we're going to be building a vault today, but I wanted to sort of like before all of that, introduce you to Anchor, and then carry you along, from there. So yesterday, a bit of recap for those that were not in class yesterday. Yesterday I talked about accounts, talked about what else? Let me just put up the slides. So yeah, I talked about Solana yesterday. Please watch the screen if today is your first class. So I talked about like Solana, an intro to Solana, what Solana was about. Talked about addresses and accounts. I also talked about the account model in Solana, how program accounts are different from data accounts, and how you can like deploy a program to Solana, and um, have it such that it has an account associated with it. We tend to call it like yeah. In some other cases, when you're doing like tokens, you realize that like when you deploy your own token, I have my own token deployed on Solana DevNet. I call it Toby token, but it's worthless. But this is something. But yeah, so you can have your token deployed, and your token can have an associated token account or something like that. In some other cases, because and your token in rough terms, Solana wise, would be a data account or something, because it's actually holding some bunch of metadata related to your token. Is everybody still following me? So and then we also did like a bit of setup where I walked the class through like setting up their own Solana account. So most people, I think two of you only, since we were here yesterday, have their own Solana DevNet accounts, but everybody's going to get one. Also, they were able to airdrop themselves souls to their own DevNet souls, not actual souls. So I didn't give anybody money yet. And then I was supposed to talk about Lamport yesterday. Does anybody in the class know what Lamport is right now? How many people in the class right now, because there are new people with us, have any Web3 experience of any sort? This is your first time sharing about Web3 or doing anything Web3. Raise your hand. Or you've been in Web3. Okay. Um, who else is new today that has not been doing Web3 or I've heard about Web3? Just those two people in front. So everybody else in the class. Wait, who are people in this class? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you with us, sir? Are you in this class? Yeah. Okay. Were you here yesterday? Oh, okay. But have you been doing Web3 before? Okay. You're in this class also. You're in this class also. No, him. Yeah, are you in this class also? Okay, okay. Um, so Lamports, how many people have experience like say maybe Ethereum or something? Or maybe you've been doing it before or have experience with it? How many people? Nobody. Okay, so when it comes to like blockchains generally, or would I say yeah, blockchains generally, most of them always have like a native token of exchange that everything is sort of like what's the word I'm looking for? Everything is sort of like evaluated against. Are you following? So, for example, we can check this now easily. Um, one Lamport to Sol. So one Lamport, yeah, 10 is that 1 billion? Yeah, 1 billion Lamports is equals to one Sol. So yeah, so yeah, just so you know, but like Lamport is actually super important because it's kind of like the smallest, the way you have like let's say science stuff now, like you have like an atom, right, that kind of like makes up matter and everything. So think of Lamport as the same in that regard. So Sol, when you are doing some deep things with Lamports, rather, when you're doing some deep things with AMMs or DeFi stuff, you'll actually get to work a lot more with this conversion because you're doing like some pool market pools or something like that. So but and then the other blockchains so have their own valuations that are the smallest units that you value the native token against. Does that make sense? So certain transactions that occur in the back end, they're actually valuated in Lamports, but because there's the what's it called? There's the mathematics or whatever that does that conversion. You don't actually get to see it a lot. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, are you following? Okay. So pretty much most of day one was wait, this is day two. Most of day one was kind of like focused and centered around a lot of the things here. Um, so now because there are new people with us in class today, I should have done this yesterday to be honest. Um, I'm not going to walk you through that experience of setting up your own Solana CLI locally. So we're going to be using a playground, PG. So on your computers, if you can just look up Solana, just like type on your Google or something, type Solana playground. What's the word? Solana. Maybe I need to move forward a bit so I can see. Solana playground. Playground. Yeah, PG. Is everybody on this screen right now? Is everybody on this screen right now? I need confirmation in the house. Everyone else. Are you on this screen right now? Oh, the Wi-Fi. So let me give everybody password. Let's try this today. So the password for the router is MTN 5G something something. You say it, and then the password is BF5353. Wait, let me check. Let me confirm. NG. Okay, yeah, BF5353 NG. Try it. Let's see how many people it will work for today. Because we're still trying to like sort out a router. So where's the camera that is streaming? I can't see the camera. Huh? Okay, I can see the camera looking at me on stream. From where? Oh, okay. So how many people are connected now to the router? Okay. Who else is connected? Okay. Okay. I think it seems to be working today. Where's your laptop? Oh, okay. Okay. So everybody's connected now, right? It's not connecting for you. Seems that thing is still there. So if you are not if you're not able to connect to the router, you can reach out to the people, um, uh, the um, the team that will be around the classes, and they can help you out. Um, but if you are connected to the Wi-Fi and you've been able to, are you able to load up this SoulPG website? Like when you typed it, it didn't come up for you. Solana Playground on Google. Just type Solana Playground. Have you clicked on the site? Did it work? Did it work for you? Huh? It's not working for you too. Um, so you are going to have to use uh what's it called? Cloudflare Warp. So still on your like Google or something. Just type Cloudflare. Look at the big screen. Just type Cloudflare. Yeah, just type Cloudflare Warp. You need a VPN or something. If you have a VPN, you can just turn it on also. But if you don't, you should install this so that you'll be able to load that website. Do you understand what I'm saying? Try Solana.com or try literally any other website. Those ones are working. Oh, it's already working for you. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't get what you were. So it's working for everybody then. Okay, great. So that means we're all on the same page. Um. So back here. Well, so yeah, back here. So let me just go back to my slides and continue today's class. So everybody, look at the big screen, please. Class is in session. Slideshow. Oh wait, one thing real quick also. If you're already on Solana Playground, can you look at the bottom of your screen here? Do you see this thing down there? Do you have an account? So like that address that you see here is going to be your own Solana DevNet address. Like, can you confirm that you can see this? Can you see this part of the screen? You can see yours. Okay. Who else can see this thing? You see like connected to Playground wallet. You're not connected. Just click on it. Just click on the thing. Did it change to green? Okay, yeah, so just click on it. It should change to green and show connected. Just click on the thing that is saying not connected. Is it connected now? Wait, like I'm talking about Solana Playground. So, or maybe network issues. Larry will come and attend to you. Yeah, also. So I'll continue from Anchor. Just bring out your laptop and you can follow the class. So who else is connected to the playground? Please confirm in the class. Okay. Who else? Who else? Who's connected? You're connected. Have you gone to Solana Playground? Okay, and you are seeing this page now. So then go to the bottom of the screen. Can you see this? Okay, then and it's showing connected for you. Click on it. Is it connected now? Yeah, mine signed in. Okay, it's connected now. Okay, who else? So that address that is down there, that's your pop key Solana address. If this is your first time doing Solana, that's your official developer playground wallet address, although it may not be the one you use for local development. Is everybody still following me? Sorry, Solana, are you on Solana playground? That's Solana playground. How come it doesn't look like Solana playground? Maybe is the guy next to you in this class? Have you gone to Solana playground? You're at your computer, okay. Maybe you can come and sit here and pair with them. Maybe after it's done, or pair with someone else. Is everybody else connected now? Yeah, yeah. Save it now. Like your keep it. Do you have your local one already? Wait. You already did yours yesterday. Now you don't need so pigeon. Yeah, but that one is for the DevNet one. I mean the Solana PG one. So if you save it now, it may override the one you already have. So like you don't need so PG. You already have Solana on your laptop. Yeah. Hmm? Did you bring up a pop up for you to save something, keep here, something? You didn't bring. So how did you get that pop up? Don't worry, just continue. As long as you are connected, you're not seeing this thing, and you're on Solana playground. But you can see the sidebar and everything else. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
You think you can possibly share data with them directly to their mobiles?
Yeah. That's the thing. I tried it yesterday. It wasn't possible. Yeah. And there's something wrong with that router for some reason. I don't know. We're going to fix all of this tomorrow though. Like we're getting a new one so that everybody in class will be able to connect to that one. So, but if you're not able to connect, they are going to share hotspots for you. So just ask them for internet. Yeah. So can I continue? Okay, awesome. So day two, building with Anchor. Um, before I start this class, I want to ask a few questions in the should I call you chat or class? In the class, how many people here have done any development work in any capacity, or have written code, even if it's HTML? Okay. Wait, is it because of HTML that there are more ands, or without HTML? Okay, JavaScript. You've written code before. Python. Okay, nice. What have you written? Okay, wait. You're an Ethereum dev. Okay. So you have relevant experience. Who else? Um, JavaScript. Okay. Who else? Who else has written code? What have you written? HTML and Java. Oh, that's nice. What is in Java for? For what? Are you talking about JavaScript? Oh, okay. I thought you said Java because I was like, that's a good combo. Or maybe a weird combo. Who else? Nobody else has written code. So today's class, or the entire experience of this um tour and this week, you're actually going to build something. Or I'm going to guide you um throughout the entire experience. but you have to be willing. You have to open your mind, keep an open mind, and ask as many questions as possible. No question is stupid, and no question is dumb, and nobody's going to judge you. We listen, we don't judge. We don't judge and listen. We listen, we don't judge. So yeah, so whatever like comes to your mind, like as I'm talking and as I'm going through the slides or as I'm writing code, it's like, oh yeah, I don't understand what you're doing here. Like, what does this mean? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Are we all on the same page?
Yes.
So just get comfortable. So day two, building with Anchor. Sorry, give me a second. Um, so does anybody here know what a framework is? Or have you ever used a framework before? Okay, who else? Who else has used a framework? Do you know? Does anybody know what a library and a frame? Does anybody know what a library is? Or, or is that or what a framework is? Huh? You know what the framework is? Can you tell the class, please? Huh? No, no, like not definition, just like okay. So in your experience, like using frameworks, like what has it been like? Like oh, like you've never used a framework before, even if it's a CSS framework or something, you've never used it before. You've used Tailwind before. So what was your experience using Tailwind? Like what did you do? Did you have to like for example when you wanted to use Tailwind? So for those in the class that have you guys written code at all before? Okay, not at all. So what we are talking about is like, for example, um you know what a table is, right? Everybody knows what a table is. But then for example, um the traditional table has like four legs and or you just have to put attach one leg on each end of the of a slab and it becomes a table, right? But then you know there are like other kinds of table that they're like you can fold them and you can just extend them. They are not traditionally like four legs that you just drop on the floor. Some of them are you can fold them and like extend them. Do you know what that? Have you seen tables like that before or something like that? So frameworks kind of are like that. Um, the traditional way you used to do something, like say a task or something like that. Maybe it should take you like say 2 days, 20 days, or it should take you a few hours to actually do manually. A framework helps you cut down that time rather. And how? It provides you with tools, provides you with functions, and provides you with things that you can easily just write into your code and they will get you from 0 to 100 in like 2 seconds.
So how is that different from the library?
So a library gives you creative freedom, if that makes sense. Libraries tend to allow you that to for example, React is a library, although it's becoming more and more of a framework every day. But React is a library. For example, in React, I can use all my JavaScript experience and decide, oh yeah, I don't want to use a hook. I want to write this thing, and React will still let me anyways. So that's why React is a library because it gives you freedom. But a framework will then force it that if you do not use this or you don't structure your folder this way, it will not work. Does that make sense? So yeah, okay, new people have joined us. How many people in the class have dev experience or have written code before? Any kind of code counts, even if it's Morse code. You know Morse code? Eh? Kali Linux. Okay, nice, nice. So you used to write like bash script and stuff. For you, nice. So who else? Code of conduct also counts. Well, yeah, today we're actually going to build something. Is everybody still following, or are you bored? Are you bored already? It's just class just starting. Can't be bored. I'm not even going to let. So moving on. Today we're building with Anchor. So what is Anchor? You're asking, right? You're thinking like, okay, what is Anchor? And why am I not putting an emoji of an anchor on this page, right? But Anchor is a framework for building on Solana. Give me a second. I'm trying to look for something.
Change the way that's right. Listen to us.
Give me a second.
I don't be able to do them.
Mm, give me a second to open something up. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to day two. On day two today we are talking about Anchor, like I said before. Is everybody still listening?
Yes.
And so, what is Anchor? Anchor, like I said earlier, is a framework that allows you to build and shape on Solana. Now, yesterday, most of you were users, and even right now, like you are actually users of Solana. Like, so, a round of applause for yourselves. Yeah, that's your first step. Solana development. You actually start by becoming a user to then becoming a creator. So, all what you did right now, going to SoulPG, connecting to a wallet, but those of you that created wallets yesterday and signed it onto Soulflare or Phantom, all of you were Solana users. So you're all welcome to the family. But today, what do you say? Solana what? Yeah, you're also Solana. That's what I was about to say. Solana Playground people also are Solana users because you technically now have a DevNet wallet, which I was showing you at the bottom, that I was showing connected. Yeah, just now. So, but now you are going to be creators now. You are all currently users. So I'm going to take you to creator level where you can now think on a grander scale of, okay, I want to write my own custom program on Solana. You've probably seen products like does anybody know? Everybody here know Phantom? Okay, do you know Soulflare? Do you know Helios? Um, do you know Jito or something? Okay, so there's many of these products that are making a shit ton of money right now on Solana. So you should know them right now. So you're going to be creators of your own, and you're going to build something um, with Anchor. So Anchor is the framework that would enable you to become a creator on Solana. But right now, you're all still users. You need to level up to the creator status now. Wait, what slides am I changing? Okay, I need to come back to the screen. So the rationale, the problem of trust, right? So the Ajo and Isusu model. Does everybody here know what Ajo is? You know what? I mean, we are Yoruba. Okay, sorry, even if you are not Yoruba, like you're in Lagos, you know what Ajo is now. Yeah, so all of you are from Lagos, right? Huh? Do you know what Ajo is? For you, you never done all those things that you and your friends who put money together. Or did they scam you? Them did not tell you that it was Ajo. Like maybe you and a couple of guys now. You and a couple of guys you decide on a specific date. Then all of you will be dropping money together with one person. Then it will be one person's turn to collect. You've never done it before. Hmm. Um. Okay, so just think of Ajo as I don't know what's the word to also to describe it. Huh? Like a cooperative, yeah. Something like a bunch of people invest together. Then it's always somebody's turn to park at some point. Um, it could be your turn, but you guys will have like a roster. But all of you are like committing to a specific amount that you put together. But then maybe week one, you guys decide, or month one, you decide, okay, this person's month, then month two. But all of you are like, putting together this amount of money every month or every week. But it always has to be somebody's turn at some point to collect. Then you do it around for everybody, then start again. So do you understand our journal?
Yeah.
So that's what our joy is. So yeah. So think of the Ajo and Isusu model. I mean, most of you here, like I've heard about crypto, right? And then you think and then you've also heard of the scams that happen in crypto, right? I know you also heard issues like of people losing money, right? Okay, or you guys have never heard anything like that. You've heard. right? Yeah. So, but like, okay, what would now guarantee you, right, to want to put something your money in something like that, right? Right?
Good question.
Right. Exactly. So, and that's where trust comes in. So, everybody, please listen up. So traditional social savings group run on trust. Like Ajo, for example, it runs on trust, right? Like you would not put your money with in an in the Ajo thing if you don't trust the people you are working with. That this person will collect now, and they will run away, right? Or one person will run away. So you have to deal with people that you trust, right? Does that make sense? Is
Yeah.
everybody still listening?
Yes.
And they all rely on a single collector. So there has to be one person that you guys will like still give some what's this thing called, commission, because the person is going to hold the money, right? But then you know who's collecting at the end of the day. And it's powerful, but it's fragile. The person can run away. The person can say that their mom died rather, or that one spirit, yeah, they can travel abroad. Eh? Or they can say that they ran into a thief on the road and the thieves collected all the money from them. Right? What are you going to do, right? Is everybody still following? So, but the key question there would be like, um, what if there was a group that, you could abstract all that problems, at least most of it away, in such a sense that it will still feel like Ajo, but it will not be exactly Ajo. Does anybody want to do something like that? You guys would like to build something like that,
Why
right?
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the on the good part is that a lot of it already exists. But no, what am I saying? The normal part, I guess, is that a lot of it exists already. But the good part is that you guys are going to build your own versions today of that. So you can name it whatever you like and write your own policies and write your own logic into it. Does that make sense? So a lot of what you are going to be doing with Anchor from today henceforth, maybe to when you get your first job and working in a Solana company, is going to be you just taking a bunch of rules that somebody has told you and a bunch of guidelines, and then you applying them in a program setting, so that like when somebody comes to use your product, all those rules that you wanted to happen would be happening in that product. Does that make sense? For example, if
Yes.
somebody is committing to an agile like that you are building, and the person has put their money into it, they can't say, "Oh yeah, shit, I don't want this again. Can I please remove my money tomorrow?" Those are certain things that you can enforce in a program very easily. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Problem of trust. So, yeah, as I was saying earlier, so we're going to replace the treasurers with yeah with an on-chain code, with an on-chain code that no one can just like alter when they feel like it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And also the good thing about things being on-chain is that it's public. For example, if I send this guy 2 Sol and I send 100 Sol or 2 Sol or 10 Sol, all of these transactions can be tracked on the blockchain. But you may just not know who owns the address. Does that make sense? For example, everybody has an address now, right? They are seen on either your sole PG or local. But nobody knows that your name is tied to that address, right? But they know that the address has a bunch of money and it's as if you've airdropped yourself some soul. Are you still following?
Yes.
For those of you that are Soul PG, can you quickly type Soul balance, Solana balance? Let me show you my own Soul PG balance. No, no, no. There's no. You mean mainnet one? This one too is real now. But yeah, we're on DevNet right now. So if I type Solana balance on this bottom part, you can type it. Okay, you can't see. Oh, because of him. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because of yeah. So can you see what I'm typing here? See this part I'm typing. Type Solana balance. There. So I have 5 Sol on my DevNet wallet. How much do you have?
9.99998. So
10 Sol essentially. How much do you have? Wait, I thought you already connected up. You have 0 Sol. Who else? How much you guys have? Eh? How much do you have? on your Solana balance. Eh? 32.5. Oh, okay. You're using local, right? You're using like your terminal one, right? Yeah. How much you have? No, on DevNet. 5 Sol. Okay, awesome. So if you don't have Sol, you can easily just not like Sol, SOUL, I'm talking about. So like you can just go to Solana faucet. Can everybody see my screen? You can just go to Solana DevNet faucet. Sorry, I didn't spell it correctly, but you should take it here. So you see that address that is at the bottom of your screen if you're on Sol PG, copy it. Oh, Cloudflare is down. Damn. Yeah, some Solana services may actually be down, or most websites right now may be down because they're on Cloudflare. Wait.
I'm not using AWS again.
Marcel uses AWS, right? So our site is still up. So yeah, so the DevNet may be down right now, but and you guys are going to need Sol to do some things today. But don't worry, I can just airdrop all of you. So just give me your, just give me, just give me your wallet address. I don't know how you are going to. Can you? Maybe you can join the Discord, or or something.
There's a bot there.
Yeah. Yeah, mine has 5 Sol on DevNet, but I actually have more Sol on. Let me show you my wallet. It's going to be DevNet as you see, so it's not actual money.
That's what we have. So you use faucet, solar faucet. I guess it's not auto generator or something.
Why is it not showing up?
Some are going to see, some are going to go.
It should be showing my balance now. So wait, or is Solflare down too because of Cloudflare? That would be messed up though. Alright. Oh damn, Solflare is down. Do I have money on Phantom? But you can use it to brag to your friends that you have money though. You can use it to brag to your friends that you have money though. Just tell them to convert your Sol online. But yeah, nobody. But yeah, so the mathematics behind converting. I see somebody asking there like, how do you convert DevNet Sol to real Sol? The mathematics behind it is dependent on liquidity. So let me explain to you, and also it's fraud also. No, it's fraud. And it's not realistic also, because DevNet Sol is also like minted a lot by like a lot of validators. So there are people running servers that cost money to actually even enable you to have DevNet Sol. Yeah, you can get, yeah. But now if you want to involve the complexity of converting Sol that is not real to actual money, then there has to be somebody that is generous enough to grant everybody a loan in the entire world that is doing Solana. That, oh yeah, bring your DevNet Sol, I'll change it to mainnet Sol for you. So who wants to be the liquidity provider?
Oh wait, so it's actually possible, but there's somebody that has that much.
No, there's nobody's that has them.
Yeah, but like.
But there has to be. I'm thinking. Yeah, hypothetically
If
speaking.
somebody has that much Solana,
Yeah,
they could actually trade.
they could trade it. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
So who's going to sell their properties and stuff to do that for us now? Because I have over 1.5 USD in DevNet Sols that I'm ready to trade. Yeah, go ahead.
What is the difference? DevNet and testnet.
So on Solana we have DevNet, testnet, and mainnet. So the differences between testnet and DevNet are not. We can verify online too, though rather are not so much. But like testnet is more closer to what you would experience on mainnet. But DevNet is like, it's basically like your developer environment. Like, okay, what would it be like on your laptop and very local to your machine. Let's see, DevNet differences. Is everybody still following the class?
Yes.
So DevNet is a public testing environment to build an experiment. So it's just an experimentation environment. general application development, while testnet is for network level stability and performance testing. So like like I said, like much more closer to what you'd actually be experiencing on mainnet. So you actually need
Testnet.
yeah testnet for that. For Solana creates like that differences between both three what's it called networks here.
Alright.
So is everybody still following my class?
Yes.
Are you bored?
Yes.
Who is hungry? There's a freshman too. If you're hungry, don't worry, you can just ask. But I don't think they'll allow you to eat here because of the computer ethics. You guys did computer science in secondary school, right? Eh? Yeah, so they said we cannot eat in the computer lab. Um, so why do we need a framework? Like I was saying, raw Solana development, you would have to like manually serialize or deserialize all data that you're getting from the chain. Unless you are extremely good, like 100x dev, like you're an 100x dev, you can write raw Solana, and I would actually love to work with you if you can write raw Solana, because you're going to be cracked as hell. Um, yeah, I don't think I can say those words on stream.
Why?
I
Swear. This is a customer.
don't know. I said the H word now. I don't know if it's
Oh
allowed.
hell.
Yeah.
That's how cracking.
So you have to manually validate every single account by yourself. Manually check signers, owners, and mutability. Like when you say signers are like who owns what. So every transaction that happens on chain, either you are minting an NFT or you are funding yourself some token, or you are buying something or you are trading. Everything has like a signer involved that who owns what. For example, you want to trade your token from SOL to USDC. If you don't authorize that transaction by maybe typing your password or doing a few things, the transaction will not go through, right? Unless you were hacked. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
Has anybody here done any transaction at all on in Web3?
Okay, good. Yeah.
You have, right? Somebody has sent you. Wait, how many people here have they sent crypto before? Eh? Yeah, everyone counts. Stable coins counts, all of them. Who has done this transaction? Have you done any transactions before? Or you don't want to cast yourself? If you don't want to cast yourself, it's also allowed. But who else? I just want to gauge the class. Who has done any? Okay. Who else? If you don't want to cast yourself, just smile. So yeah, but like yeah, you actually have to sign this transaction to authorize them before it goes through and stuff. So yeah, error codes, they will just be numbers on raw Solana. So you have to actually know which error is which error code, like memorize a lot of things. And there'll be tons of repetitive boilerplates, meaning that something you've written before in one instruction, you're going to still rewrite it when you write another instruction. So that's why in most cases, raw development is always not very advised. So people just use frameworks or they use a script or something to like speed up the work. And that's essentially what Anchor is. Anchor is more like a tool. I think of it like a hammer or something. Like if you're hitting a nail with your hand to nail a table, like you probably peel your entire hand off, yeah, and stuff. But you may hit it in, but like you get to your bone first. But if you're using a hammer, it's just like, oh yeah, it was made for that, right? So that's what Anchor is made for.
Sorry.
Um,
Why did I put the album?
I think it was Anza or something, but it's currently maintained by the Solana Foundation now. Let me let's verify real quick. But it's currently maintained on it's an open source project that you can find. How do I escape this thing? Who built the Anchor framework? So if you want to follow Anchor updates, you can easily just follow the Solana Foundation on Twitter or something, or join their Discord. So Amani Ferrante is the popular okay, yeah, okay, it was built by this man or person, I don't know what's your gender and stuff. Yeah, so yeah, this is him. So he built the Anchor framework. His name is Amani. Is that not a designer or something? Or a car? Yeah, backpack Solana. Yeah? You're saying something? Yeah. Yeah, like a designer or a car or something, yeah. So
So why did they use Rust?
Oh, why was it built in Rust? Yeah, because Rust is like kind of the native language for writing smart contracts on Solana. Give me a sec. I want to pull up the next slide. So a lot of the things that is everybody still following? Are you still following? Who is lost? Who is lost? Does anybody here know what Rust is? It's not the game. But I saw one time Rust was trending on Twitter, and when I checked, it was apparently it was a game. Yeah, yeah. But who knows what Rust is? Does anybody know what JavaScript is? Does anybody know what JavaScript is? Do you know TypeScript? Just be sure. Just be raising up your hand. Do you know HTML? Eh? Just raise up your hand. Do you know JavaScript? Do you know TypeScript? Do you know Rust? Do you know Anchor? I just talked to you about Anchor now. So, what was that? Yeah. So Rust is actually very essential for this because you need Rust to write native Solana programs. If you're building in on other like other chains or something, all of them have like these languages that are meant to that they built rather to work with the chain directly, so that like compilation and a few other things. But Rust was the one that was chosen for Solana, so that's why we have no choice. So built-in security check for Anchor. So industrialization and deserialization for you is human readable. It's giving you human readable errors. Anchor, and yeah, you'd have more time to focus on your logic, as opposed to like boilerplate code. So Anchor secret source macros. Um, does anybody know what macros are in the class? You know what macros are? You're reading my slides, bro. That's a good one. What's the best way to describe them? So think, for example, how you have does anybody know what Legos are? Legos, like those things that kids play with that they always enjoy with whenever like you go to their houses. Wait, adults play with it too.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So those things that people play with then, my bad. Those things that people play with that like you stack on top of each other to build something. You know what that's, right? So think of macros as that kind of stuff. For example, if you're building a tower with Legos, for example, you know that you would only choose like a specific shape of block, right? Like for that kind of tower that you want to build. So think of macros as that. So they pack a bunch of goodies into one line of code, such that when you write it on in your program, all those things that you would have written manually will just enter your program while it's compiling. Does that make sense? So it should just be like all of these things. Macro has a way of combining them into like lines that look like this. So it's be like a hashtag. Yeah. Okay, so it's be like a hashtag derive something something. Then it will be like a one-liner. But this one line actually has a lot of programs packed into it because they don't want to give you that stress of writing this thing, writing that bunch of code over and over again. They abstracted it to one line. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what macros are. They are special annotations. Only the Anchor like runtime understands and them and stuff. There's a bunch of them in Rust also, but like when you're writing Anchor, you get to use macros a lot. Does that make sense? Is everybody lost? Everybody's looking at me that like they want to beat me. Does everybody understand? Are you tired? Don't worry, I'll show you. I'm going to write stuff today. I want to like run through the slides so that you get the like conceptual idea. Does that make sense? So for now, we are gathering concepts.
So I think they're like blocks of. I think they're like blocks of
Yeah, we will be, yeah.
No, the language. Right?
No, it's just be like one line that
No,
packs
like,
in.
the one I'm saying is like those one lines.
Yeah.
Those one liners they contain like.
Yeah, they do, but like you won't see it. Like it's when your program compiles.
So is
The,
it like how you have like import statements in
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like in TypeScript. Yeah, so you can think of it like the way you'd have if you've written TypeScript or something before, like the way you have imports. Like it's like importing something from
okay.
somewhere. Moving on. So a simple Anchor program tends to look like this, like the pipeline for it. You have your program, a Rust program or something. That's why you're saying RS here. Um, Anytime you create a Rust file, does anybody know what a PNG is or a JPEG? You know what a JPEG is, right? So, and when you hear those acronyms, what do you think of?
Picture.
Images. So now, when you see RS after a file, what should you be thinking of? Yeah, it's as simple as that. So yeah, so it's a simple Rust file. Um, and then you have an IDL. An IDL is an interface definition language. I think, yeah, interface definition language. But what does that mean though? Yeah? Oh, like him. Oh, okay. So an IDL is like what's the best word to define? Does everybody here know what JSON is?
Yeah.
Not Jason Derulo or Jason Momoa. Like JSON, like a file. Does everybody here know what JSON is? So JSON tends to be like let me show you what JSON is actually. Um Give me a JSON example. So yeah, so do you see this thing here?
Yes.
That's JSON. So for example, if I wanted to define somebody now, like in JSON, I'll be like, oh, I want to have things like first name, last name, age, and email. I'll write them in this weird way. Um, but to be like this, but like certain programs tend to understand this thing. Like something I would tell you that okay, this person's name is Toby, their last name is Joe, his age is 25. I can just tell you in words and you would understand, right? But like you want programs to understand those kinds of things.
Yeah.
So this is you tend to always write them like this, and that's what JSON is. So JavaScript object notation. Does that make sense? Is everybody still following me?
Yeah.
Okay. So where is my browser frozen? Why are you doing this to me? I guess I'll just open it as a new tab. It's stuck. It's stuck there. Um, so yeah, let's come back here. Yeah. So this compiles to you have an IDL that like tends to compile that your program, and then you have a client. Does everybody know what a client is? Does everybody know what the client server architecture is?
Architecture. Let me just.
Is everybody confused at this point?
Yeah, this thing.
Eh?
It's not just alpha. Again, I want to.
Not that kind of client.
Finish.
Yeah, okay, I get what you mean. But yeah, in a lot of cases, it tends to be like that. So, for example, everybody has used the website at some point, right? Right?
Yeah.
Like you've typed a URL somewhere, like maybe SportyBet or something, or you downloaded movie or something like that, right? So, in that scenario, there is a server that is actually hosting that website that you are looking to access. But where you are getting that website, be it your phone, your laptop, um, your tablet, that place is called a client. Does that make sense? Does it make sense?
I mean, the device that you're using to collect.
Yeah, it's a client.
Where you're getting it from the original source.
It's a server. Does that make sense? And your own machines right now, like all your laptops here, they can actually be a server also, such that she can start a server and somebody else here will be the clients that will be like connecting to that server. Does that make sense?
What do you take to do that?
What do you say?
What do you take to do that? Just have Linux.
Yeah, just start a simple Linux server, I guess. Yeah.
Make my PC crash.
But now, in this case of Anchor, you tend to have your clients in TypeScript. Does that make sense? So your client, instead of being a device, it will be a program, like a script that would understand what your IDL or whatever is.
So
Is everybody still following? Eh?
You have to learn TypeScript.
Not so much. It's still, if you know JavaScript, you can go by. If you don't know JavaScript,
You have to learn JavaScript.
if you don't know JavaScript, I can just guide you along in the class. Don't worry. Like everybody's, as long as you're listening, because I'm seeing people are not listening. As long as you are listening, you're not going to struggle in this class. And there's 3 more days of the class. So as long as you just follow me, everything you need for the class has been provided. I just need to give you a few instructions, and you can run the programs. Are you still following?
Yes.
Execution. So the program runs on chain. An anchor validates your account, and also the rules that you've written. That like everything you want that program to do is also happening. Next slide, please. So today's project, we're going to be building an Azure box, but in English that's called a vault. Is everybody still following?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to build a vault today, like think of a bank vault. Think of every vault you've ever seen in your life that somebody's keeping money in. We're going to build a digital version of it in this class today, like and you'll be able to test it out. Is everybody still following?
Yes.
Core features of a vault, initialize, that is, you can create your own account within the vault, right? For example, as you have a bank, you created your own account within that bank. So if they're looking for money that is associated to you, all they need to access is what? Your account number, right? Yeah. So, but like the bank is the vault that actually holds your money. Does that make sense? Deposit, you can put money inside the vault. Withdraw, you're able to withdraw safely money from the vault. But in this case, we're going to be dealing with Soul. And why are we dealing with Soul? Can somebody tell me? Yeah, simple answer. Yeah. So key concepts that you're going to learn building this vault, PDAs. So it's not public display of affection when it comes to Solana. It's program derived addresses. Is everybody still following?
Yes.
So when somebody tells you PDA from today, what are you going to tell them?
Program defined addresses.
Not public display of affection. Thank you. So there are program controlled accounts that don't have a private key. So there are accounts that actually don't have a private key. They are just generated for you, but they will have a pub key. Are you still following? Yesterday or right now, all of you actually connected to Soul PG and you got an address instantly. Those of you that were here yesterday created an account and you got a private key for that account, right? But there are some things called PDAs. These ones don't need a private key. They are generated for you as your program is running. They'll just be a pub key, and they can actually hold stuff. Does that make sense? CPIs, cross-program invocations. One program from one part of your contract would interact with another to do something, maybe to transfer Soul, for example, from your system program, from the Solana system program to your own program. Does that make sense? Are you still following? And then account validation. You get to use some things that like Anchor provides to make some restrictions, or so not restrictions, to add some constraints to programs. Like for example, you want an account say to only be created once and not be created again. You can use things like as one. You can close an account. You can what else? You can make an account mutable. That is, you want the account to be written to. You can make an account read only. You don't want anybody to be able to write to that account. You want them to only get data. Is everybody still following?
Yes.
So all of these tools are available inside Anchor that you as a developer or a product builder can just use. Don't sleep in the class. Don't sleep in the class. Wake up. Don't sleep in the class. Made me remember that Gilmore skit. Yeah. So so this is Anchor's security engine, derive accounts. So when you're like defining accounts in any scenario in your Anchor program, you always get to use what is this thing called again? Yeah, my bad. Yeah, so you get to use that. You always have to write that thing at the top of every account you create in Anchor. this one line, it has a bunch of things packed into it. Don't worry, don't snap the slides. I'll send it to you. Yeah. So, wait, has anybody ever read any slide they actually snapped in class?
Bro, like, I never always understand.
So this is Anchor Security Engine, the derived account thing. So this one line of code has a bunch of things packed into it that would help with your account validation and stuff. And in this, with this, because of this macro, you get to define things like who a signer is, the person that owns the account and has access to it. Int, it creates the vault to like initialize the vault and stuff. Payer, who is going to pay for transactions. Oh yeah, one more important detail: everything that happens on the blockchain is always paid for. On Ethereum, they call it gas. In Solana, we call them compute units. So everything that happens, even if all you did on the blockchain is to write your name, like yeah, my name is Toby, and you deployed it, you're going to pay for that thing. Yeah, it's not actual money, it's DevNet money. That's why you have DevNet So. What do you think what the DevNet So was for? It's to pay for stuff, right? Yeah, it's just like a ticket that you get to pay for stuff. There's even something called rent. For example, if you want data to live on chain, you pay that rent for 2 years. I wish it was the way
Maximum file size.
that you can put on chain. I actually don't know, but there's always something called blocks. So every block has like how many cells is it? It's not 60 million cells or something like that per block on Solana. So you can put like data, like different kinds of data on chain and stuff. But you pay things like compute units for how much for that transaction, um or if it's data you're putting on chain, you pay rent. Is everybody still following? So yeah, payer, who is going to pay for the account? In this case, in most cases, it's always the user that is running your program that you want to pay for that transaction. But you can actually set any user to be the payer. Don't Yeah, unless person signs, it's not actually going to work, even if you use somebody's address rather. Yeah, things like program info, the way you have this type there, you can validate an account and stuff. So CPIs in deposits for this. I think I want to show you the code first before we actually get to all of these. Yeah, so let me get to best practices. So best practices for writing Anchor programs. What's number one? Somebody read it.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, so every instruction should be very simple, so and straightforward. So there's something called in programming, there's something called pure functions. Does anybody here know what a pure function is? For example, if I want to write a function um that is called add to number, in your mind, what do you think that function should be responsible for?
Adding whatever number I put into it to value to number two.
Adding 2 to whatever number you put to it, right? So if that number is doing other things, if that function is doing other things, so would it just work? Can anybody still hear me? But he said no. So how did he hear what I said? It's working. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two, one, two.
Can everybody hear me now? I think the rain has actually stopped a bit. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay, awesome. So use good error messages. Is the second thing. Um, use things like this error code macro and require to give users feedback and clear information so people running your code can know if they've run into an issue or something like that. Are you still following? Add comments. Does anybody here know what comments are? Not the one you do on social media, like the one you insult people on and Instagram. But do you know what comments are in code? But what are comments?
Lines on the code that pilot was
Yeah, but like, eh? Yeah. Like generally, like in a more pragmatic sense, comments are just things that you write here to maybe describe something. Yeah, or but if the compiler doesn't understand them, like both of them said, and nothing happens to it, so you can write them in your code so that people reading your code can also like decipher what your code does. Um. Uh. Yeah. Does anybody want to answer this question? Reflection.
storing fonts.
Okay.
You can use code to store fonts.
Okay.
Uh,
Like the in a much more straightforward terms, which aspects of Azure right now would you want to improve with your own version of your vault? Okay, so think.
store the money.
Mhm. Okay. Automated. Okay.
To
Okay.
define who is truly a part of the um, cooperative
Okay.
corporation.
What else? What else? Everybody has to chip in. I'm going to call on you. You don't talk. Who else? What else would you like your vault to have? Okay. So yeah, before I continue, I want to give a shout out to the Solana Foundation, to Kronos, and Solana Cement Africa. Because without these three communities, what we are doing here would not be possible. Also, a huge shout out to Web3 UNILAG for accommodating us. So now I'm going to actually give you a repository. Does everybody here know what a repository is? Everybody here know what GitHub is? Well, that's weird though. If you know what GitHub is, I don't know what. You, who else doesn't know? Does anybody here know what GitHub is? Who else? Eh? Who uses GitHub? I can't hear what you're saying. Let me give her that mic. You don't use GitHub. You know what it is. Oh, okay. Who else here knows what GitHub is? Okay, you guys, you know what GitHub is. So what does it do? Eh? Portfolio. Oh, you built your portfolio website with GitHub. can't hear you. I said, like, use the mic.
How about our GitHub? GitHub, really capital.
What do you say? Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to give a repository now to everybody. So so shout out to Miawi for this. Miawi is one of the people on our on Kronos Guild team. So her name is Sushmita, but we call her Miawi. She's in Bangladesh, and she built the code that you are going to be running today. So I'm going to be building a vault. I actually want all of you to I don't know what the best way to. Maybe I can let me check on GitHub. Let me check a command that you run to clone a folder from GitHub. So everybody check your laptops or machines right now. Um, and those of you that are using SoulPG, you can just go to SoulPG and I think you need to clone yeah, you should be able to run the same command. Give me a second. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a bunch of commands. Okay, I have an idea. I think I'm just going to. I think it's okay for you to clone the entire repository. So, can everyone look at this diagram on the screen before you clone the repo? Um, can somebody in the class volunteer to help us understand what's going on here? Oh, him. Okay. Good. Both of you sit down. Are your chairs not good? Oh, because I took this table. Does anybody want to volunteer? Everybody, listen up, listen up. Please be in class. I'm going to ask questions.
So user visualizes bots. So user creates bots. Yeah, user this one actually works. But the user deposits 10 so in his bot. Because I saw from that same bot. So PPA is the bot itself. Or this CPI, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is.
So yeah, round of applause for him actually trying. So we're actually going to dive into some specifics here. So a PDA is program derived address, like I said earlier, and for you to generate a PDA rather, you need a form to actually enable you to generate a PDA. It's very easy to add a form. I think it's just a one-line thing, and you can generate a PDA for yourself. Um, so I think I would want all of you to clone this entire repository. We are going to focus on the day one folder for now. So can all of you go to this GitHub URL? Where should I share it? Um,
Just
where?
search Kronos views. Search Kronos views.
Okay, or maybe you
On
can search
GitHub.
it. Yeah.
Open GitHub.
Find it this way. Open your GitHub.
open GitHub and then search Chronos build and what is written there.
If you're on Soul
KRON.
Pitch, if you're on Soul Pitch, you calm down. I'm going to walk you through how to do it from there. But if you're on local, go to this URL. Are you still for? Wait. Are you still following? Huh? I can't hear what you're saying. Is it for you that are using Playground? Okay, Playground, no, not yet. Yeah. Why now? What's going on? This thing is happening again. Is everybody on Discord though? Have you added this to the Discord? If you are not on Discord, can you please add them to the Discord, please? People in yeah, please add them to the Discord. Who controls TV stuff? Sorry, can you call somebody that can help me with TV? Is it rain? Wait, but I'm using HDMI though. I don't know what. Yeah. Okay. Okay, okay, it's fine. Okay. So yeah, for I want to share this link with everybody, but there's a Cloudflare thing going on. I don't. Does anybody know what Cloudflare is? Cloudflare. Cloudflare. Yeah. So Cloudflare is like a company that does a lot of I think they do a lot of like server protection, server hosting kind of thing. So their services are down currently, and it's affecting a lot of things. But they manually add it to the Discord group, so they will come and like add it one by one. But this thing, I think the way I'll share it to you is uh what can I do? Yeah, yeah. Maybe you can type it out. Like if I open it, type this on your browser. Is it big enough? No, no, type it. But not on SPG. Type it on a browser. Yeah, huh? No, but if they type it, they will get scared directly. Let them just type it. Type the entire thing here. Just type it on your browser. That link. You can see, okay. Um, let me try something. What's going on now? Oh, it doesn't from this. Okay, I know what I will do. I'll copy it from here, and then I'll paste it on a notepad or something. Yeah. I need this class. Sorry, I need this class. Yeah. You're not following. But you are paired with that, right? Okay. So let me zoom in. I'm just going to make this a bigger font. This is good. So just type that URL. Type it on your browser. So know that this is a continuation of this. So don't put space there. Like the line is breaking, that's why. So when you stop here, just type iPhone and continue like that. Understood? Let me know when you're done, please. You're done. Okay. So you're seeing that page now. Okay. Who else is done? Who else is done? You're there. You're there. Okay. Who else is there? Are you there? Are you guys there? Are you there? So note that in a URL there should be no space. So type everything as you are saying it, but without any space in between them. Yeah, but even when okay, yeah, let's do this. How many of you have Git on your laptops? Git or eh? You guys are using Soul PG, right? You are using Soul PG. Yeah, okay. So I think the people that are using that have Solana and local from yesterday, all of you have Git and Node on your laptops, right? Do you? Git like Git. You don't have Git. So you've never cloned the repo on your local before. Eh? No, on this one. Oh, okay, okay. You may have to use Soul PG then. Maybe I should just demo it on Soul PG. Give me a second. Let me see how I'll do this on Soul PG. But I want to clone a repo though. So maybe I can just run this command on the terminal here. Let me try that command. I'll just hit clone it and see if it works. Oh, Git is not so PG. Um, um, Maybe if you create a new project and you copy paste, maybe that's what we do. Let me try it. Okay, this may work. And can you create new files? Yeah, you can. So if you're on Soul PG right now, do you see everything I just did right now? Let me try again. So follow me now if you're on Soul PG. I think everybody should go to Soul PG. Everybody go to Soul PG, even if you have on local, because I don't want to wait for everybody to start installing Git and Node. So everybody should go to Soul PG. Just Google Solana Playground. If you are there, if you are when you are there, let me know. Solana playground, Google Solana playground. Are you there already? So follow my screen. Can you see this button here? So create a new project. Now choose Anchor. Click on create a new project, then choose Anchor. And you see Anchor there. So now at this top, write vault. Give me whatever name you like. Maybe my vault, Toby's vault, or something like that. So name it from there. I'm just going to name my vault, keeping it simple. So choose Anchor. Make sure to choose Anchor even after typing. Have you done that? I press create. Now press create after that. So it should generate this for you. Are you seeing this also? Okay, great. So now let's go back to the GitHub URL and let's work from there. So now you can see that on this your directory you have an SRC folder. Is everybody still seeing what I'm saying? On their own soul pushing. You can see this lib.rs. You can see this client here. And you can open the folder there. And the test folder also. Okay, awesome. So let's go back to the GitHub URL. GitHub, go back to GitHub. GitHub. Huh? What? Yeah, go back to GitHub. Just go back to the page. Don't delete, don't cancel that one. Just go back to GitHub. And click on day one. Everybody should follow me, follow me, follow me. Just look at my screen. You don't need to think too hard. Just look at my screen and follow what I'm doing. Understood? Does everybody understand me? Just follow my screen. So now back here, we're going to copy like most programs and stuff from here to that vault on SoulPG that we are creating. So now in your SRC here, you can see your link.rs. So here is what I want you to, actually I would have said you should write the entire thing from scratch manually, but it may be best to like copy paste to the to SoulPG. So you can easily just copy paste from here with this button. You see that copy code button? You see the button? Have you pressed it on GitHub? Just press the copy button. Do you know how I got? Do you know how I got to this folder? Nobody's responding. You copied it already. Do you see how I got here? Did you see how I got here? So if you are back on, so let's go back to the main GitHub page. Watch my screen. Watch my screen. So if you are back on the main GitHub page, click on this day one vault. Then click on this programs vault. Then click on this SRC. Then click on lib.rs. Then you see this. Have you gotten it? Gotten it. So click on the copy code. But why are you looking confused? What's going on? Why you are following? Oh, okay. So click on the copy button. Have you done that? So then go back to your SoulPG and then go to lib.rs. Give me a second. Let me verify something. Because you have to declare an ID here and so. Yeah, I think just paste it, copy and paste it there for now. We're going to fix that. So just like highlight the entire thing, press Ctrl A or Command A, delete first, and then you can just paste. What did I paste? Yeah, that's the one was there before, and then paste this lib.rs code. Have you done that? Have you done that? Yeah, on SoulPG. Yeah, so let's walk through this program and let's see what it does. If you are here already, let me know so we can walk through the program together.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, awesome. Are you still with me? Yeah, you've copied and pasted it here already. Okay, who else has done that? You are looking confused. What's going on? Have you done this already? Well, have you been able to copy the code? Who else is following me? How many people are following me right now? Let me know. Okay. Wait, are you guys following me? Deleted delete the RS, and you can just recreate it now. It's a simple file. So if you deleted it, you can just do it from here. So just click on this SRC and then press this file plus button. Make sure you've clicked on this already. So then press this. I'm sorry, not that folder one. Click on this SRC folder, then press this plus button here, and then write lib.rs there. That you've gotten a new lib.rs file. Everything lib.rs, then press enter after you're done. So now you have a new lib.rs file, then just paste what you've copied there. Have you done that? Okay, so how many people are following me still? Okay, awesome. Have you helped them figure it out?
Yeah, they say they're good.
Okay, awesome. So let's continue from here. So leave the RS, and let's walk through like the program, line by line. So whenever you're building with Anchor, you always have to make sure that this line of code is there, the prelude imports. So this is an import for the Anchor lang kind of like runtime or environment thing, so that like any program you're running would be compilable by Anchor. You need to ensure that this import is always there in every instruction that are writing in Anchor. But here you can see that we're importing certain things from Anchor land. Is everybody still following me?
Yeah.
So all I'm doing now, I'm not writing, I'm just reading what you've copied. Are you still following me? You don't need to look at your laptop if you copied it already. Just focus on the screen. Are you still with me?
Yes, sir.
Let me share screen too. Are you still following me? Okay, awesome. Once. Okay, once. Okay, once. Okay, thank you. Let's continue, right? So now you can see here we are installing transfer. And we're also installing another transfer, right? I'm going to show you what these do later in the program. But if you would notice here, you can see this one has colon after like system program. And then that was where we got these two transfers, right? So let's go, let's follow along. Just watch my screen. If you're already here, you don't need to look at your screen, just follow me. Just look at the big screen right now. If you've copy pasted, just follow the big screen. Are you following me? Okay, awesome. So yeah, you can see we declared our program ID here, and this is also actually a macro, like I told you earlier. Can you see the macro? So what does this macro do? It declares the program's on-chain address. So it's generated when you create a new Anchor program. We had one here that was generated before, which was 111. Did everybody see that one before?
Yeah.
You saw that one. That one is the equivalent of you like calling the Solana system program. Does that make sense? So the Solana system itself has an account. Since Solana is the alpha, like the alpha and omega of whatever code you want to run, the address that belongs to Solana on chain is 1111111. Does that make sense? So when you create your own Solana account, you get a unique set of codes, just like this one. But 11111 is the one that belongs to the Solana system program. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So but this one we are still going to have to change it eventually. But this is the macro that we used to declare our own what's it called, program that we're writing right now. But although maybe when we run it, we'll do like Anchor key sync or something to update it. So moving on. This thing should be showing like TOML files though. Although I think maybe those are like implicit, so we may get an error. But let's continue. So we have the program macro also. So this program macro you can see here ensures that every public function in this module is an instruction that we can call. So whenever you're writing, look at the big screen, everybody, just focus on the big screen. So whenever you're writing, or unless it's too tiny or you want me to zoom in, you want me to zoom in?
Yes.
Okay. How about now? Wait, you can hear me now? Or maybe I like the mic. It's much. I don't have to shout. So each public function in the module that we'll be writing here would become an instruction on Solana. And now let's look at the instructions that we have here. As I was telling you guys earlier, I said the vault to be creating would have what initialize deposits. Who remembers the last one? Yeah, withdraw. Yeah, round of applause for. So the vault we are going to be reading would have initialize, deposit, and withdraw. And we are going to be defining each one of these guys as simple functions. So as you can see here, are you still following?
Yes.
As you can see here, this instruction, this function rather, helps us to create a new vault. So whenever you want to create a new, everybody knows what the word initialize means, right? You know what the word means, right? So that's exactly what this function does. It helps you to create a new vault. So like when you run this function, for example, it will generate a new vault for you, no matter the person that's running it. Does that make sense? Okay, so and that's exactly what this does here. It creates. You can see that we use the context of the program to create an account, and we can easily just grab the accounts, grab a vault rather from the account, yeah, and then we can set the vault owner. So the vault owner will be the person with the person's user key that we add to the program. So whoever's public key that we put, it may be somebody in this class that will test it. That person will become the vault owner. Yeah, of the vault. Yeah, anybody can become the vault owner. Are you still following?
Yes.
And yeah, bombs. Remember I said bombs. Like if you want to create a PDA, you need a bomb, right? Does that make sense? Does anybody still remember what the PDA is? What's the PDA?
Program derived address.
And what's and what did they do?
They help
I mean, sorry, not what did they do? Like what was the thing I said about them? PDAs. Eh?
saying public address.
Yeah, they don't need private key. All you need is the public address, and they are generated for you. I also said that. Do you remember that by the program? You don't have to write a PDA. They just come with an address for you. Are you still following? Also, so after this, you can see that we are setting the bombs for the vault. So you can see here we're doing vaults of bomb. That is, the bomb for that vault should be whatever comes from our context rather. And here we just print a message that okay, yeah, the vault has been initialized for this user, and then and then we print the owner of the vault. Are you still following?
Yes.
Sorry, please can you explain what the form seed is exactly?
The bombs.
What is how do they exactly explain what the form seed is, please?
You mean this bomb?
Yeah.
So for every PDA you need a bomb. Oh, bomb seed. Which one are you referring to? What line? Oh yeah, so CTX.bombs provides the bomb seed used to derive the PDA. So for you to also get a bomb or set a bomb for an account, it needs the seed. Like there's something called a seed. It's like what's the word I'm looking for? Think of seeds as unique data that you can actually use to generate accounts or to access an account or something, like in a rough term. But there's more things to it. So for you to get access to set a bomb to create that PDA, you also need that seed to generate it. Does that make sense? So now instruction 2. Is everybody still following? So instruction 2. This is where CPI comes in, cross program invocation. Focus on the screen, everybody. Even though you are not following, just focus on the screen, and focus on. I'm going to ask everybody questions. So deposits, which is the second function. We already talked about initialize. What does initialize do again?
It creates a new vault.
Yeah.
Creates a new vault.
Yeah, exactly. So deposits. What do you think deposits would be doing?
Deposit sold into
Yeah, exactly. And so the way you typically would do transfer on Solana or in Anchor rather, you have to specify the from and to. I mean, everybody does that every day, right? Like you are sending money to somebody, it's coming from either your own account and it's going to somebody else's account. Although, like for a normal bank transfer, you don't have to specify your own account because you're either using a bank app or you're using a number that is tied to your account already. So you don't have to always specify your own account all the time, right? But when you're writing a program, the program doesn't know who you are because that program can be run by anybody. Like if you've written a program for a vault now, you can share it with your friend that okay, you want to start your own vault, take this program, change the public address to your own, and set yourself as the owner, and you can tell them to run it. Does that make sense? So that's why programs, especially the ones written in Anchor for Solana, are very important because you can write one code somewhere and give it to somebody else, or write it for a company, and when they run it, like, and they can just put their own specific details and run it as themselves. Does that make sense? So now the reason why you have to always specify who is coming from, although you can make it a variable and like don't have to do it all the time, but you still have to always specify where the money is coming from and who the money is going to when you're making a transfer. Does that make sense? And then you also have to set like the system program also to the CPI context. Because whenever you're doing a cross-program invocation, that is, you're interacting from your own program to another program. Because for transfer to even work, you're also calling another smart contract on chain. Does that make sense? Because normally transfer would not work unless, I mean, how would transfer work on Solana? Like it's not like there's a server or something that you can just call. There's no API or anything like that. So you need a contract existing on chain to call that function to enable transfer. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you don't transfer from me to him, but on Solana, and you're not calling a backend. So how would you let Solana know that okay, for you to do transfer, you need to call this contract? All of that is abstracted into all these functions that you're calling here. So this function, it should just be a one word thing that you would call. But this one word thing you're calling has already abstracted a lot of things into it to enable you to do that transfer. Does that make sense? So, and then you also have to set the context for the program. Because whenever you make a transfer on chain, especially Solana, you need to like call the system program also to enable that transfer. Does that make sense? And then you can just pass in the accounts that you want to be transferred to occur. So you can see we're just calling this variable that we created here. We're calling it here. Everybody knows what a variable is, right? Do you know what a variable is? Who doesn't know what a variable is? So this is what a variable looks like. See the way we defined this thing here. Can everybody see this? So who can tell me what this variable name is? Yeah? Why is the variable name vault? Okay, yeah. So yeah. So all we are doing is calling these accounts that we created here. Same name as this, we're calling it here to the CPI because we are doing a cross-program invocation. And then after that, we just execute the transfer by calling this function. Remember I told you we imported two things at the top. So this is where we are using them now. So we imported them here, but we're actually using them in this deposit function. So the function that would allow the transfer needs the CPI context and needs the amounts that are transferring. So for you to make a transfer, you also need to specify an amount, remember, right? So all you need to pass is this CPI context and the amounts that you want to transfer. Is everybody still following? So all of these things, like the way as you write more Solana programs, this exact thing that you're doing here, whenever you want to do a transfer, you're still going to write it over and over again. So you don't have to actually totally understand it right now. You just have to know that you need to do this thing to make a transfer happen on Solana. Does that make sense? When you're writing Anchor. And then after that, this is just a message to tell you that, oh yeah, you deposited this amount of lamports to the vault. Does anybody remember what a lamport is again? And how many soul is equal? Yeah, 1 billion lamports equals one soul, yeah. And then the withdraw function, it transfers soul from the vault back to a user. This is where you learn about PDA signing. That's the concept that this typically manifests. So the vault is a PDA, so only the program can sign it. So in this case, we are kind of like enabling the system program to be the owner of the vault. because remember, setting one specific user to be a vault owner could also be a compromise. Does that make sense? Setting a user to be a vault owner can also be a compromise. Do you understand why? All of you are doing an job. You set one person to be the owner of the owner of the account where the money is coming into. Do you understand what I'm saying? That person has full access over that account, right? But is it the same as you creating an account with the bank and then granting one person access? That if that person wants to access, all of you will know about it. Is it the same thing? It's not the same thing, right? So that's exactly how this vault functions. So you can enable one person access to the vault, but the vault doesn't actually belong to one person. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? That's a good way to keep money, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's what typically you're executing here. So you do this required thing. Remember I talked about it in the slide. This is just for validation to ensure that like as long as the amount is greater than zero, that is the account is not empty, then everything in this code should be able to run. Are you still following? Because if the account is empty, what's the point of withdrawing in the first place, right? If the account is zero, what are you trying to withdraw? Yeah, nothing. So moving on, then you convert like the vault details to LAN ports. You also need this seeds here. So yeah, this is also where you also create you kind of like set a this variable to or what's it called, to grant access to the vault with seeds. It seems I've lost everybody at this point. Are you guys still following? Is it complicated? What don't you understand? Tell me.
Yes, and with it, what necessarily are seeds? Are they like keys that we use to?
Yeah, so think of these seeds here as a bunch of uh, ready-made data or something from your account, from the PDA account, that you need to approve a transaction. Does that make sense? I mean, if we created the vault in such a way that like no transaction is approved, that's still a compromise, right? Does everybody agree? Like if we created the vault in such a way that it just transfers to whoever requests, that's still a compromise, right? You also need it to be in such a way that like if you don't sign the transaction, it doesn't go through. Does that make sense? So that's why we are using all these seeds for. Does that make sense? So only the people that have access would know what the actual values are. Does that make sense? So without those actual values, you can't get the seed that you use to sign the transaction. Does that make sense?
So what actual values are we talking about?
So we are getting values like the owner, the bump of the vaults that we created earlier, and also there's this thing called is it like a base, or there's a basis or something like that, basis point or something for the vaults. So but just know that like you always have to write this B thing and then specify vaults or something. Does that make sense?
So for everybody to sign that this person wants to the what's it called, that somebody wants to withdraw,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's all of them. They all first of all they all need to sign,
Mm-hmm.
and they all need these values that you're talking about.
Yeah,
For them
yeah, you need to specify the bump. Yeah, exactly. The bump for that vault. No, not everybody needs to sign. The person executing the program.
That's
Yeah.
also now.
Yeah, the vault owner is a system program, remember. I remember that the vault is a PDA. The account was generated by the system. Are you still following?
Trying to
Okay, so let's come back here real quick. So vault.owner as ref. Vault is an account, right? Then you grab the owner of the account from let me show you what I mean here. We can easily grab this detail from GitHub. If we come down, I think test has it. I don't think we wrote test for everything though. Types of vaults. Let me show you from this concept for entity. Okay, that means it's going to be up here. Give me a second, let me just show you this. So the vault itself is a module that contains a bunch of instructions, and each public function becomes an instruction that users can call. an anchor can automatically generate handlers for all those instructions. So in our vault, we have these three instructions, like I said earlier, and then you have context for your program. So the context is like a wrapper that will grant access to accounts and the program's metadata. Do you know what metadata is? Does everybody know what metadata is? Metadata is data that defines data. For example, name is a metadata. Does that make sense? But then when I ask what is your name, you understand what you're supposed to say because I said name, right? What if I just said what is your? Does that make any sense?
Which be more descriptive example, like maybe images now, for example, like
Yeah, okay.
time of creation.
Time of creation, yeah. But like yeah, it's still roughly the same concept behind it. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying to explain that seeds thing to you. Okay, what is a PDA? You have a program ID with this PDA, and then you have seeds. So they're like arbitrary bytes, like vault, plus the user's public key. So that seed we are generating, we're going to add that string vault with a bunch of details that are specific to that account, and only certain people know what the actual values are because they would have provided them, like maybe they provided their private key that's supposed to grant access to that PDA. The PDA doesn't have a private key, but the person running the program would have a private key that they will use to run the program. Does that make sense? Okay, so I need a bump seed. Bumps always go from 0 to 255. So yeah, this is in our vault. We define our seeds like this. The vault, the user's key as ref, and then each user gets their own vault. Address is derived from the program ID plus vault plus the user's public key. Only the program can move funds from the vault. So, for example, your user's public key is ABC123. Your seeds will be vaults and then ABC123, and then your program ID would be this. So if you want to find like the program address now for where that vault would be, the vault's PDA would be a random address that is generated based off of these three values. Does everybody understand from this image I just showed now? Are you still following? You're confused. So remember what I was showing you here. Um, these three things here. Maybe these three. Maybe yeah, these things here. So this entire lines of code here that I was telling you about the seeds and the signer and everything translates roughly to what you can see here. Does that make sense? Does it make sense? Okay. Maybe when we run it, you would see what I mean. Do. What else? What else? What else? Let's try to run the program. Let me fast forward and try to run the program. Then you guys see what I mean. So let's come back here. Although I can clone this and run this on my PC my PC though. Cargo.tom. Give me a second to clone this on my laptop. So then I'm going to run it, and you're actually going to see a vault in action, and then I'm going to grant you access, and everybody has access to this code. So you would also be able to test on your own machines also or on SoulPG. Give me a second, let me just clone this, or maybe I can just clone it in front of you. Where's my terminal? Take me to warp cd. Give me a second. Make a directory. Directory should be campus. While I'm cloning the program, everybody should ensure that they are on this page, and you can be going through this thing in the meantime. This concepts.md, just read through so that you'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. Just like glance through it while I clone this on my machine. everybody on this concept or MD now?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there. Okay, you can just keep reading through. So it's going to give you like a lot of details regarding what you need to learn and stuff. Um, Give me a second. So like I said yesterday, there's going to be a challenge on Friday. So a lot of the things I've been saying here in class, we're going to have people battle each other based off of the questions. Yeah, question and answers. So we're using a platform called Rust on Dead. They are our partners, and there's going to be a prize for the overall winner. The- yeah, there's going to be a leaderboard that you will see like everybody's points, and what's it called? And at the end of the tour, you're going to compete. The winner from here is going to compete with people from other schools because we're going to other schools also. So I really hope UNILAG wins because I'm a UNILAG student. Yeah, but if you don't win, I will not be sad also. Yeah. So all these things I'm talking about, you actually need to know them to even get a point on that quiz. Yeah. So yeah, read them. There's a prize. The prize is going to be in tokens, but I'm not going to say the amount yet.
Said, said quiz, head quiz.
Yeah, quiz like you're going to battle somebody. So like on Friday, like I'll just pair two people, maybe per desk or something, and then both of you fight each other. Like you guys have avatars according to how the platform works. You can create your own avatar and give it a name, and everybody in the class is going to be seeing your scores as you are fighting each other and it's questions and answers. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Huh? What do you say? It may not be Solana, maybe USDC or something, but it's going to be maybe in USD. Yeah. But yeah, just prepare and read well and study well and read all the programs and listen to everything I've been saying, like in class. Because all those words that I say randomly, yeah, I'll share my slide here with everybody. So, like, who here knows what a lamp port is now? I'm currently installing some stuff, so I can show you. What's lamp port?
Let's read it also.
And what is a PDA? Who knows what a PDA is?
Program derived libraries.
And what do you need to create your own PDA?
Uniform states.
Okay, good. Um, what else can I ask? What's the valuation of one soul right now? Who knows?
$183.
I don't think so. Is it up to that yet? Are you sure it's 183? I don't think so. So who knows what stable coins are? What are stable coins?
There are coins that there are tokens that are tethered to ATM.
No, exactly. I mean, they are tethered. Every token is technically tethered to the native one, but like stablecoins are very unique in a certain way. Does anybody know what USDC is or USDT? Yeah,
Backed
good.
by native currency.
Yeah,
Backed by native currencies.
yeah, backed by fiat currency.
Fiat
Yeah.
currencies.
So like, if you have one USDC, you are the same as you are also like it's the same as you having $1. Like if you have 5,000 USDC, it's the same as having $5,000. So like, no matter what happens to crypto, whether it rises or falls, nothing will happen to your stable coins. That's why they
I
are
always wonder
stable.
how that works. With like,
Like in USDC, yeah, you would have the same amount in dollars. You just have to trade it.
I always wonder how that works. Because like, I mean, there's already an amount, a set amount of.
No, there are certain amount of people that put their money into the market to ensure that stability. Yeah. But those people actually get money at the end of the day, and that's why they call them liquidity providers. Yeah. So like, for example, like last week when you saw the market crash, it was because a bunch of people pulled their money out. That's why I saw Bitcoin drop. So as long as some people lost their houses and stuff because yeah, it's crazy. Like the way the market works, some people's like life savings are actually in the markets like that. How is stablecoin stable? Or what do you say? Oh no, stablecoin doesn't crash. Like the unstable ones, like Bitcoin, Sol, um, or ETH or anyone. Those are like they are more native tokens, so they have like per minute their value changes depending on how much money is in the market and a few other factors. So is everybody reading what I said you should read? So what's CPI? Who knows what CPI is? Okay. What does it do? Huh? Okay. Yeah, let's read it. Yeah, now. Okay. So I ran the program. Let me show you my screen. So I ran the program after cloning locally, and we can see what happened here. So there's a few things for you to install to actually enable this to run for you locally also. And I'm going to list those things out, and you can jot them down. Maybe when you get them, you go and install them so that you can clone this on your machine. So you need to ensure you have Git on your machine, Git. Git, write them down now, because tomorrow we are going to write code, and I would not want anybody to be blocked. Git, you're going to need Git on your machine. You're going to need Node, Node, Node on your machine. You can just, if you're using a Windows or something, you can just find, okay, Windows installation of Node. If you're using a Mac, you can find the Mac installation of it. So Node, yeah, or Node.js, yeah. Are you writing them down? Node.js, yeah, Node.js. Node. Yeah, Node.js, yeah. JS, Node.js. You're also going to need to install the Solana CLI. And you're going to need to install the Anchor CLI. Yeah. Solana CLI. If you ask Google, Google will show you where to install. But as long as you get the words, Anchor CLI, Anchor AN, you don't spell Anchor, yeah. And then you're also going to need to install Yarn. Like I want Yarn you or something. Like YARN or Ebola. YARN, Yarn. Have you written that down? Yarn.
After the payment.
Yeah, Solana CLI, Solana CLI, Anchor CLI, and Yarn. Are you still following? And I think after all of that, you should be. I need a GitHub account. A GitHub account also. GitHub account, yeah. GitHub.
Wait, sorry, do you need like
You need a GitHub account to sign into your local Git.
no,
Which one is it?
um I saw somewhere in I think it's Mavi's documentation for
Yeah,
this stuff
yeah.
that what's called Apple converts your something like characters. Just something that just helps you TypeScript.
Well, I'm talking about tests. Read the thing you saw to me. So why is looking for it? So what I'm saying is why I ran. So I basically just did yarn install on the program to install a bunch of packages that I need to run it, and I also I did Anchor build. So whenever you want to run any Anchor program, you always make sure to run Anchor build first. That helps you build the program. Like you know what build is, right? Does anybody here know what build is? Does anybody here know what the word compile means? You know what compile means? Even if you know it's normal English, it also applies here. Compile means to like in this case now, if we were to compile this day one folder, compile will take everything from here to here, the entire thing inside the folder, and then turn it into like 2 or 3 files. That's what compilation does. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that 2 or 3 files will be able to be read by Solana or something when you deploy it. Does that make sense? You know what deploy means?
Put it up for everybody to use.
Yeah, to put it up for on a server somewhere to make available to everybody. Right now, the program, if you run it on your own machine, it's only available to you. But when you deploy it, everybody can get access. Does that make sense? Is everybody still following me? Or are you confused? So now I want to show you something real quick. So I'm going to go to the Solana Explorer. I'm going to check the transaction I just did. So the transaction I did was to initialize my account. So and I got this transaction signature. So everything that happens on chain, you know, I told you you have to pay for it, right? So I technically already paid for this transaction, but I got a signature that would help me to view what happened with that transaction. So I'm going to go to so there's two things you can use. You can use either SoulScan or Solana Explorer. And what do we call these things? They're like block explorers. So remember when I told you that the blockchain is public? Remember that? So there's a place you can actually go to check everything. And those things are called explorers or yeah, block explorers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So we'll go to Solana Explorer now. I didn't spell it. Yeah, I think Solana Explorer. So we'll go to Solana Explorer now. And it may not work for everybody because you need a VPN or something to access it. But you see what I'm saying now. So you can see like live detail or data even about Solana. You can see how many slots are available right now, are being used for now. You can see the stake on the network. You can see the supply of Sol globally. You can see what else can you see? The epoch. So epoch is like a time duration for an execution thing. So for example, like this is the 881st epoch of this Explorer. If that makes any sense, but it shouldn't make sense for now. But yeah, just know it means something. Transaction count. So this is how many transactions are happening right now. So you can see the number is like crazy, going crazily. So somebody else in one random country or somewhere right now, yeah, is running a Solana program. So you can see the number keeps changing. Transactions per second that are happening. Transactions count so far till today, but this is the amount that's happening per second. That can happen per second right now on Solana, I think, on chain rather. But we're on mainnet, so we're going to switch to DevNet because that's where we currently are. You guys remember when I told you the difference between mainnet, testnet, and devnet, right? Do you remember? So mainnet is what's the best way to describe it? When I say the main network or something of Solana, is the production. For example, how you have like as you are building code or building a website, you know it always starts from your machine before you put it somewhere, maybe to a URL that somebody else can view. Does that make sense? So that environment is called production. So mainnet is the production like equivalent for Solana, and on mainnet, if I give you 5 SOL, that would actually be 5 times $140. But on DevNet, that same 5 SOL still equates to the same thing, but it doesn't actually mean anything or something because DevNet tokens. But what I actually wanted to do, so we want to check the transaction that we used to create our vault. So I'm just come back here. I'm going to copy this bunch of things here, and I'm going to come back here. You have to ensure you're on DevNet. So I'm going to paste it here to search for that transaction. So when I press enter, oh, I think sorry. So I press enter, should route me somewhere. Process before the block hash are not available at this time. What's going on? Let's check it again. So the transaction went through, but it's not able to find. Let's try soul scan, see what's going on. Soul scan. If it doesn't find it, then maybe it's just something I spread. Let me check the tests also to ensure that I can see people sleeping in the class. Are you all that tired right now? Is everybody tired? You're tired. You guys want to rest? Yeah? Are you guys bored? So you want to learn about Solana? Well, let me switch this to mainnet, testnet rather, devnet. So we're on devnet right now. Let me try again. It doesn't find it. There's something is going on somewhere that I don't know about. It's still searching. I found the transaction. Or maybe I can paste my own address to find it or something. Let's copy this address, this program ID rather, for this one. Let's see if it has been deployed at all. Oh, or maybe is it down or something? Because it seems it found it, but when I click on it, it's not showing anything. Could this also be the Cloudflare issue, or is there something going on that I don't know about? Let me see. Oh wow. Okay, wait. It found this account. It found this account. But this one is a program ID though. So for that specific vault that I created, instructions by. I actually want to find that program ID. It's on curve. So everything is fine then. So it's kind of weird that it's not finding this though. Because the test passed. Maybe when we deploy it though or something. Or I can run it with something else. Everybody should please watch my screen. Don't sleep in class, please. Don't sleep in class. Don't sleep in class. Watch my screen. Soft pull, start. So I want to start my own validator to check it out.
What's this?
So it's called soft pull. So soft pull is kind of it's a program kind of that you can use to run your own local validator. So I'm running my own local validator right now, kind of like my own local devnet or something on my machine. But although it's still be running from a VM or something. Okay. I think some services are down that is also affecting this thing. Today is a very local validator. Okay. So I tried to deploy the vaults now. Everybody, please watch the screen. Watch the screen right now. So I'm trying to deploy um that vault that we just created, or the vault program itself. It ran into an error. RPC response error. Failed to process transaction. Receiving on an empty and disconnected channel. Mm, upgrade authority is that. Okay, that's correct, but I don't know if I'm going to even debug this in class. I'm going to give all of you a take home though that you expect that maybe you use for tomorrow or something. But give me a second. Let me just check what this error is. Are you still following my what I'm displaying on the screen? Stop. You guys are using your phone, so focus on the screen. You guys are using your. I'm going to call somebody out now to come and fix the bug. But let's try to figure it out. So I tried to deploy the program so that I can show you on SoulScan and stuff. I ran into this error rather. So I want to see what the issue is. But from what I can read here, it's saying that I tried to deploy the program, but then exit status something something, receiving an empty on an empty or and disconnected channel. So it could be an RPC issue. So RPC is a remote. Wait, let me check. I think it's remote procedure call, but in the case of a blockchain, for example, you need an RPC to connect to a block. Um, yeah, blockchain is a chain of blocks. Like technically, if you, but like for you to access, and that's why it's decentralized. For you to access a specific block, you need something called an RPC. So an RPC grants you access from your laptop or any machine to the blockchain, kind of. Yeah, remote procedure call. Yeah. Um. So yeah, from what I'm seeing, it's saying that like the connection to Solana validator is lost or something like that. Um. Yeah, it could be a Cloudflare issue from what I'm saying. It could actually be a Cloudflare issue because I've actually never gotten this before. So okay, so you processed one transaction. Let's see what this one is. Let's see if this means anything on DevNet. Still processing transactions, and it's connected to mainnet. Sending requests for URL. Yeah, I don't know. I think some services or something are down, so it's causing us to have errors. But for now, take home would be for you to install those things I talked about, and for you to clone this program on your machine, and then run. What's your question? What's your question? No, I'm talking to you, sir. I thought you had a question. No, him. Yeah. Did you have a question? Yeah. Okay. So was everybody able to get to the GitHub URL I shared? Huh? Wait, give me a second. And did you see how I cloned, or do you need help cloning, or you can research it by yourself? Huh?
Git clone, open the repository I want to
Yeah, yeah,
Git clone.
yeah. Can I show? Okay, give me a second. So all I did was the only reason this clone worked for me is because I have Git on my machine. So all I did was git clone, then that URL, and then it copied it to my machine for me. So that folder that I had on GitHub before now exists on my machine, and that's how you were able to see that code on GitHub. And when you all those things I said you should install, when you install them, just type this. For example, to verify that you have Git, type Git version. You'll see that pop up. Also Node, to verify that you have Node, just type this Node version. And what does that say you should install? Yarn, yeah. So you can just type yarn version. So you can see I have everything installed, right? That's why all these things are popping up when I type that command. So you need to install these things. And also, what's the other thing? Solana CLI or something. So if I type Solana version,
But you can only use that on Linux.
all these commands.
No, no, Solana say like,
Yeah, if you're on Windows, you use WSL.
yeah, so like, you need
Yeah, WSL.
So all this stuff you still need to like run them on Linux, essentially.
Kind of, yeah, but you'll be using WSL, which would be like a virtual Linux.
So basically, like for all the, that means that every other thing needs to be on WSL.
No. They'll still be on your machine, but you would only be able to run them through WSL. Yeah, but they would actually be on your machine.
Yeah, I mean, they are still on your machine, right? But then like, the terminal you're going to be using to.
Yeah, it'll be the WSL terminal. Yeah. It's because I don't know why Windows doesn't create support, or because Windows is not Linux based or something. So
And that's the
yeah, so a lot of these issues tend to like rise up whenever you're trying to do things on Windows. And it seems most people are using Windows here. How many people are using Linux in this class? Who is using Windows? Damn. Okay, you have to install WSL. If you want to run Solana on your machine, you have to install WSL. I'm actually going to do this ahead for other schools also. Like those things they need to install ahead before I show up. Yeah, you can do them. Or I can enable like there'll be a router tomorrow, or you can just come here and before class starts, you'd install all those things and stuff. But you have to make sure your PC is ready for installation. Yeah, it means you need to come early so that like when we start the class, we just focus on what we need to do and everybody will be in sync. Because right now it seems the class is out of sync because like most of these things are not on your machine, right? And you can't run the program. Yeah, so we're going to make availability of for these things tomorrow, but you have to get here early so that you don't slow down the class and so that you're able to also follow along. Does that make sense? But the GitHub URL I shared to you, that GitHub page, read the concept doc. You need to understand those things. Everybody's going to participate in that quiz, even though you don't win, sharp, but like you still participate. So, like I know there are some winners in the class. So
We're all winners.
there's some winners in the class. Yeah, everybody's a winner, but like there's still somebody that will collect that money. So if you collect it, I'm here. Like if you want to gift me your tutor or something. But yeah, so
Teach all of them. I like that's come up.
but yeah, so what else are I going to say? Any questions, feedback?
Yeah, let me read that. Yeah, so on that section where she was like, why use Anchor? So one of the reasons that she gave was type safety. Like, so she said that Anchor is able to generate TypeScript types from your source code.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, does that necessarily mean that, like, to use Anchor, that you have to, like, work with TypeScript? You want to, like,
So Anchor combines both contract side stuff and client side stuff. So and for client side stuff in Solana generally, you have to write TypeScript because you need to connect to an RPC, you need to read an IDL and a few other things.
so you need to learn TypeScript, basically.
If you know JavaScript, you know TypeScript.
You know JavaScript.
If you know how to write code, you can write JavaScript. no matter the language.
the same time to learn.
Yeah, but like at the end of the day, all you just need to know are a few lines, because when it comes to like client side stuff, especially with TypeScript, it's just repetition. Like I've said, connect to an RPC, read from an IDL, create a connection with whatever contract you're interacting with. Um, it's basically still repetition, except when you're writing tests though. So you may need to know how to write tests. But that one is a framework specific thing. If you read docs for it, you get it.
Okay.
So if you're on, all of you should try to join Discord. I think they can add you all. We'll also share resources and these slides on there. But before tomorrow, install those things I said you should install. Or you can come here very early and install them.
Sorry. I know that there's a
Yeah?
framework.
Oh, you can come by like 1:30 or something. If that works for you. 1:30. But before 2, yeah, I'll be around. Yeah, I'll be around.
No one to be enough.
Or you can come by 2 on the dot. If you come by 2 on the dot, to be honest, you are fine. Most of you didn't come by 2 on the dot. So
I know you can Ross has another framework, Seahorse. Right?
yeah?
Seahorse.
Seahorse, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're writing with Python, can you also like work on can you also use
You're talking about Solana that has Seahorse. Yeah, if you write Python, you can also, although like most people tend to teach Anchor um because most companies use Anchor in their code bases and stuff. And Anchor is kind of like industry, yeah, especially for the markets, job markets for Solana right now. Most people hire for Anchor. But if you want to learn Solana with Seahorse, it's also very welcome. To be honest, if you know like if you understand the concepts behind most of these things we are talking about here, no matter the language will not be a barrier for you again. You just need to know, okay, I know how to do this thing here. How would I do it in Anchor or something like that? Yeah, it should not be. If you maybe you can use Seahorse to learn it, then like try to translate it. Okay, like how do you do this in Anchor or something? Most of these things are concepts. It's the concept that are just transferring to code. Yeah. Oh, you want to start with the capstone project? No, I'm talking about day one. There's a day one vault, day one that you see vaults inside. Yeah. Ah, okay. Okay. So when you see the vault, the test I was just passing is no longer passing. Whose Telegram is going off like that?
say again?
Somebody's Telegram is going off. That's the test suite.
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why do we need PDAs? Like, why can't we go for your regular account?
For the vote, I mean you can, but like this one was just designed this way to like um use the vault as a PDA. And in most cases that I've seen, most PDAs are like, I mean most vaults rather tend to be PDAs. But if you want like an actual account to be the I mean you may have to like grant access and do a bunch of other things to that.
So they don't have their contract access.
Grant access to that account, yeah. But in this case, the vault is owned by the system program, yeah. That's why you don't need a lot of this. All you need is seeds and stuff to grant access, yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Wait, why is my test failing now? 0% one failing. It's initialized is failing. So yeah, see you all in class tomorrow. I think that's the end of the class for today.
So our take home is we run.
Huh?
Our take home. We run.
Yeah. It's to install all those things, yeah. But you can get here tomorrow, early tomorrow also.
Store.
Yep.
But it keeps telling me no suffer your directory. Store. Store. Inside box. That's the group inside the box.
Do you have Yarn on your laptop?
Yes, I've done that. Young version. It shows me
Okay. What is it saying?
saying no such file directory install.
No, you have to wait. LS.
Yes.
So write yarn add. Wait, what's going on? Let's create an. Open your terminal again. Just
It's working.
okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So it works again. What was the order? Hmm? Yeah, we are done right now. Oh, it's with Eniola. Is it Eniola? Is it Eniola? No, not right now. Not right now. But are they all signed up and are they on Discord? Okay.
It's telling me that I have one incompatible module. That's not for me on type of Solana codex number is incompatible. Or should I do like stay like a default, like legacy?
No, peer depths.
Yes.
Expected version, but got this one. Uh, you may need to upgrade.
Notches.
Um, maybe on Node.js. Or what version of Node are you currently running?
20 of last time I did.
20.
Yes.
When Node has going to 24
Okay,
or
wait,
something.
it said
Check the
expected version is 20, but it got 18. That means on
check.
18.
Yeah, the node is incompatible with this node. Oh, your
So I
node is
need,
on.
yes,
Check your node.
18
Yeah, you need to bump your node up.
to 20.
Yeah, over 20 at least.
Somebody will submit to your they not initialize that. So just check, you check it.
Hmm? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, let me end the stream. Even now, I'm still streaming. Wait, where am I streaming from? I can't find the stream though. Where's StreamYard? And it's still live. Oh, I'm still live.